am Debbie Fife. My business is called Uncork'd, UNCORK''D for Debbie. And I have a logo, which I had a girl design for me, and this is her. I have a website, and I've been doing this probably about 11 years now. I sell to vineyards and boutiques, and when I first started, I drink a lot of wine. So when I was in my kitchen one day, I just started making jewelry, and I was putzing around, playing around with different bracelets and stuff, and I was walking through the house, and I had a bunch of corks, and I was bringing them into my studio, and I was like, oh my goodness. This is my very first one. It's not sealed or anything. I've gone through like trial and error for all different kinds of things, like painting the ends and covering up the wine stain, which I never do anymore. And this was my first style, and then I had to go from there, and then I made like chokers, got those with magnetic closures with sea glass, and then on to, I just did all different styles, and then I moved on to napkin ring sets, which are really fun, and then the cup, which I think has been my most popular one. So it's a 3-strand, and then my most recent one, which is 4 strands. On my website, I have listed all the boutiques that I've sold to, all the vineyards. I prefer to sell to a vineyard because then they send me all their corks. Not that I need any, because you can see I've got them alphabetized and all my beads and crystals and everything. But when a vineyard sends me their corks, if you're in a tasting room and you're having the time of your life, it's so cool to be able to leave with something like this that you can wear that's a memory of your time spent there. It's been a lot of fun. I used to have a showroom at the America's Mart. I was there for 14 months and loved it. Did a show every single month. My first year, I did over $35,000 just in the cork jewelry. So I went pretty strong right out the gates. Well, I was a school teacher for 14 years, and then when I remarried and got 2 more kids, I felt like I needed to be at home. And so that's when I started making a little bit of jewelry, and then that's when I started Uncork'd. And so I could be here, be at home. I started making jewelry for friends at first, and then like birthdays. And I think the most fun project is when someone brings me their corks from traveling and I make them into napkin rings, or and I have lots of people. I'm also on Etsy, and I just got on Amazon. So when people order, they can actually send me the cork from like when they were proposed to. So their bracelet has even more sentimental value. It's just a process, and it's all trial and error. Sealing it, so we have a little joke that we say that it's, people say, well, how do you do this and what do you do? And I go, well, I drink it, drill it, seal it. Everything's recycled. Like this vineyard, Ingelheim, is in LJ. So they're supposed to start buying from me. So that's why they sent me all these, so that they could have this in their tasting room. I have done shows at Rosemary Beach. I love that one. And I just did a show at the Cobb Galleria. Well, I used to do 1 to 2 a month, but now I have scaled way back. Well, it's really cool. It makes me feel great. And I love it when people are so happy. I love to laugh, and I love it when people see them, because the first thing they do is crack up. They're like, oh my God, that's what I can do with my corks. And I have accomplished what I set out to do. I wish that I had stayed longer at the Mart, because boutiques, not necessarily tasting rooms and vineyards, but boutiques like to see what's new. What's your newest item? So I've had to, when I say this was my very last brain cell, you can't stop there. You've got to keep on coming up with new ideas, and so That's what I try to do. So there's always something else that you're gonna come up on, to make it even more fun.